So, when setting up a new e-commerce or drop shipping store, a lot of people would actually go towards an e-commerce platform to build their stores in. But since I built my stores myself in the past, I know that using these platforms can have a lot of problems like limiting the amount of customers you can get and stunting your store's growth. Now, having an online store, it's a great source of passive income, but it has to be set up the right way. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how building your online store for free by using WordPress and hosting that store with a cheap hosting provider like Hostinger is the best way to do it. Please go ahead and subscribe if you have not already done. Let's jump into the meat of the video and why you should be building your store for free using WordPress and the free WooCommerce extension that plugs into WordPress, rather than using one of these ready-made e-commerce platforms like Shopify and BigCommerce. So, first off, we got the price. If you're building a new e-commerce store using one of the platforms I mentioned earlier, you've got to pay their monthly subscription charge to run your store. And that usually floats around starting price of $29 a month just to build an online store on those platforms. But like I said before, if you are building your store in WordPress using the WooCommerce extension, it's completely free to download WordPress and to install that WooCommerce extension into WordPress as well. All you've got to pay is the web hosting fee of hosting that WordPress store. Now, we look at the hosting of monthly charges. For example, you can see that it starts at $145 a month, and it goes up to $395 a month for building an online store. You're going to want to be on the $395 a month plan. But $395 a month over a year is only $47.40 compared to the $328 for ready-made e-commerce platforms like Shopify. So $47 compared to $328 over a year is a huge saving. And it just shows you how wasteful cost-wise it can be to go on one of these platforms. If you go to hostinger.com/start and you get a coupon, you're only going to be paying $40 over the 12 months compared to the $328 you'd be paying if you use an e-commerce platform. So the cost saving is a huge reason why you should be using a WordPress coupled with a web hosting solution, rather than going down the route of an e-commerce platform. The second reason you should be looking in that direction is getting visitors to your store with a WordPress store. You have a lot more control over a thing called SEO, which is search engine optimization, that basically determines how well your store ranks in Google. And you want to have all the advantages possible to rank your store as high as possible in Google. Because this is how people are going to find your store, is how people are going to come onto your store and buy products. That's how you're going to get customers. But with platforms like Shopify, they are really rigid and they don't give you much control over your SEO. There's very limited things you can do to affect where you're going to rank in Google. But if you use WordPress, it's completely customizable. You can go in and you can edit the metadata. You can really drill down and take steps to rank higher in search engines, which is going to get you more customers, is going to get you more profits, and it's going to help your store grow even quicker. And just customization in general, by using a WordPress WooCommerce store, you've got access to so many more plugins, extensions, things you can plug into your store, and just add so many more features to make it much more professional looking and much more user-friendly. And finally, if you go with the platform, you can really only make one store for that monthly cost. But if you go down the route of building a WordPress WooCommerce store, using cheap web hosting, such as the $395 business platform hosting there, you can see here you can build in a limited amount of websites on that hosting plan. So you can build in the limited amount of stores of $395 a month. Whereas if you went with the e-commerce platform, you can only build one store for $29 a month, and you have to pay that in multiples for every additional store you decided to build. So there's so much higher potential to grow your business by using the WordPress cheap web hosting route, then go down the e-commerce platform route. So cost-saving search engine, ranking website customization, and having multiple stores on a single plan are the huge reasons why you should be using a WooCommerce WordPress store with cheap hosting, rather than going into one of these dedicated platforms that are just not giving you as much benefits as the former option. If you can think of any additional reasons why you should be building an e-commerce store using WordPress and WooCommerce rather than using a platform, let me know in the comments below, or if you disagree, let me know below as well. So now we've spoken about why you should be building an e-commerce store using WordPress and cheap web hosting. Let's jump in and look at Hostinger and see the added benefits you're going to get if you go with Hostinger rather than using some other web hosting providers. First and foremost, Hostinger is one of the cheapest web hosting solutions I've seen on the web. Like it says here, you can start off at $1.45 a month. Now, I recommend using this $3.95 a month business plan for one reason in particular. And that's because you get a free SSL certificate if you buy this plan. Now, when building an e-commerce store, you need a certain level of security around your website, around within domain name, because your store is going to be handling payments. You know it's going to be handling your customers' credit card details. So it needs to be secure and basically safe from hackers, and the technology that lets your websites be secure are these SSL certificates. So you need an SSL certificate. If you're going to build an online store using WordPress, and for $3.95 a month hosting it, I'm going to give you a free SSL certificate as part of your web hosting package. And like I said before, this is one of the cheapest plans I've seen online for web hosting, coupled with an SSL certificate included. Secondly, ease of setup. One thing people might say, if you're going with using WordPress rather than using the e-commerce platform, is it's a bit hard at the setup. It needs a bit more technical ability to get up and running. But with hosting on the WordPress hosting, you can see here, they offer effortless installation. And basically what that means is if you scroll down, you can get one-click WordPress installation. If you buy a hosting planner, once you buy the plan, you click a button and it basically walks you through installing WordPress into your hosting with one click. It's a simple and easy installation. So get your store up and running. So this is a feature you're going to want to look out for. If you go down the route of building your e-commerce store using WordPress, and it's a feature that hosting, it includes in those plans. Another feature of Hostinger that really stood out to me is their drag-and-drop website builder. And like it says here, it's going to let you build your store with no technical knowledge at all. It's a complete drag-and-drop builder, so you just drag things to where you want them to be. And you've got to be able to build your store nice and easily. And if we scroll down here, we see that an added benefit of that drag-and-drop website builder is they also offer you their free templates through their site. So, one thing I've noticed from the WordPress websites, I feel it in the past, is some of the default templates and themes you can use don't really look, but you can see here that Hostinger have a set of professionally designed templates that you can quickly drag and drop and add to your store to get it looking 100%. Finally, another feature I found with Hostinger, if you choose them to host your WordPress store, is that they offer 24/7 WordPress support. You can contact them 24/7, and they're going to help you fix any problems you have when you're building your store. So from the benefits I identified earlier of going with WordPress and hosting, rather than a platform like Shopify, and also the added benefits that you get when you go with hosting there's really no reason why you shouldn't build your web store on WordPress, which is a better solution in my eyes, so I can definitely recommend them for you as an option to take. So thanks for watching the video, everyone.